Bullywug. That was a good sound. What bottle have you forsaken me? Sure. Well, back. Yeah. So, back at it again. Hopefully, it's good. Alright, cool. Go back into it. So we are starting, we just finished clearing Fort Joy. Kinda, more or less. It was a dog. Still don't know how to actually save that dog, but you know. Alright. Share. Over here. Get a waypoint. Anything. 15 gold. Solid. Decomposing swashbuckler. Seems like a friend. Perhaps. Look at that. Bloodstained sign. Yeah. Probably not the best people to try talking to. Dogie. What's up, Doug? Dead Magister. I wonder who did this. Probably somebody. Oh. Jelly room. Loves you, loves you. The one who destroyed the ship. Dun dun dun. You are my sin. Whoa. What? Okay. I guess we're attacking her. That's different than last time. Great. She does not have a lot of armor. That, well, okay. Sneaky. Boom. guess. It's really weird. Before it was like, oh, friendly, like, yay, you found me, and I hope you're doing well. And now it's like, you're crazy, and okay, broken mask. That's all she got. Never seen anything like it, but okay. Skeleton. Random. Glass. Okay. So there's a skeleton. What do you got? Hey, that's an upgrade. Sweet. I do lose one in geomancy, but I think it's worth it. Maybe. Combine with. No. Yeah. So the crafting system is pretty simple in this game too, which is kind of nice. It's just a lot of times it, kind of makes sense. It's like arrow in a shaft, arrowhead in a shaft, I should say. But other times it's a little different. So you just kind of have to keep an open mind. Sometimes just try different things. So, do I keep that one? Or do I use crossbow? Where did the crossbow go? That's the question. It does look like more damage. The problem with crossbows is that they cost, it's 3 action points to use them as opposed to 2. So they hurt more, but they do less damage, I guess you could say. I don't know. Let's try it. Can't hurt. And start tossing things that we don't really need into there. Don't need a plate. Don't need that. Sell that. Yeah. Pants. A worn teddy bear. Poor worn teddy bear. I should probably give those to you. So I don't need them, that's for sure. Sort. Cool. And it's still kind of weird, but such is, right? I guess that's the end of her story. All right. Let's do a save real quick. Interesting, that's for sure. That head go. Levitate, nice. Cool. It's actually pretty useful, especially for a rogue. stuff. It's pretty nice. Not gonna lie. What is that? Whew. Man. They're going all out, aren't they? Yeah, it's always a staff. It's always the weapon that you're not like trying to go for. Like you just don't have anybody who would use that. Those are the items you'll always find. It's just like kind of annoying, but what can you do, right? Alright. That seems reasonable. We got some gold. Oh, good. Hopefully. Alright, so you have the weakest belt, so we're gonna give that to you. And hat. And nah. Very bad. Very good. Very good. Much better. No. Yeah. That works. I don't have any more. Oh, that's a good question. Okay, same thing, right? Essentially. So you probably don't have that, or do? No. Much better. Cool. That's why they both go really slow, because they both have shields. And shields are just one of those things that just make you really slow. I should probably save though. Still weirded out that you kill her now, but good riddance. Oh, whatever. Note. What does the note say? Orders for Dallas. Seems like seeker stuff. And no update, so whatever. Yeah, barrels. I don't know about that. Potion. Random. Arrow shafts! Oh yeah! No. It's like, who gets excited over an arrow shaft? This guy. This guy. Can't steal your barrels. Wait. Can I go over here? Wizard hat. Oh, it's a plane. I'm like, why is there a wizard hat? It's kind of weird. But, you know, effective. That's for sure. Alright. Should I just go? We could sneak up. Looks like there's just kind of like standing there. There's gonna be a lot of them though. What if we stand over here and send a scout? She can not snipe him. That's just rude. I definitely have a lot of dudes. I'm not helping him out. Could do a freezing arrow. That could be interesting. Booyah. Just that's rude. Uh-oh. Die! Shekels of pain. That's just rude. Very rude. Alright. Now we got a ball game. Well. Tutus. It's fair to say that particular person just needs to go down. Hey, I actually get to do something. Hey, people don't really like her, do they? Alright, here we go. No. Well, that sucks. It's gonna hurt. That's what I'm talking about. I'm coming for you. What's he gonna do? No! Knocked down? How did you knock down my totem? Makes no sense. Armor back. Very good. Nice. Nice. Can't even see. Standard coding then. I suppose. Nope. Can't do anything. Fine. Still knocked out. Oh, you're the winner. Nice. Well, that worked out. Ooh, fancy. Let's look. Okay. It's a little worse. That's actually pretty worse. That, though, is kind of better. Kind of? Not really, honestly. Eh. Next. Might be. Probably not. And dodging though would be kind of nice. Why not? That's my lucky find person. Come on, lucky find. Yeah, lucky find. Random axe. Oh. Barrel. Yep. So lockpick this, cause you never know. Magic find, or not magic find, lucky find. That's the answer. Huzzah. No, we have a. You don't have the door for that? Okay. Whatevs. I don't need you. Alright. So. Crafting stuff, right? Maybe? Nails. Never can have too many nails, right? Maybe? Crafter's alcove or something like that. Ooh, man, that's nice. Okay. Of essence. The essence of life. Uh-oh. Cool story. Okay. I suppose that's the end of that. Oh, nice. Wonder if you can like craft those or something. That would be pretty awesome. Just random lockpicks. Man, lockpicks galore. Whew. That was 9 lockpicks. This whole time I've gotten like maybe 3, and I just got 9. So that's kind of nice. Very, very interesting. I think there was like a knight right there. Yeah. I almost not see him. Oh, an old key. Now to find out what it can unlock. Dun, dun, dun. I bet it's that stupid door. I don't think we really need to go in there, so just not. It's still pretty cool. Okay. Got a bunch of more stuff. Undead dude. We're pretty okay. This is essentially where we went back in the last time to get the dungeon. Show. Huh, barrel. Random barrel. Nothing in the barrel. It's foiled. Foiled. Okay. I guess I'll save again because the game has a really weird save stuff, so kind of have to do it often. Otherwise, you know. Well. Oh, a nice little corpse talking to me. That's great. Dun dun dun. Aw, just when I thought we were going to have a nice conversation. Oof. Well, that was not very nice. Assassin. That guy hurts a lot. Just gonna throw that out there. And let's go with like that. Nope. But, you know, with the shot. Okay. Normal dude. Yeah. Nice. I still can't see that assassin now, can't I? Can I hit that guy? Nope. Oh, one target. That's all I got. Take that. Oh, that's great. Oof. Man. Going all in on this one, aren't they? Two can play that game. Not really, but I can try. Okay. Wow. Missed. That's nice. Should probably not attack myself. I don't know. Something about it seems bad. Eee, got him. Ended. Be able to do much around here. Slowed. Sleuth. Boom. Cool. Tomatoes. I love tomatoes. These guys suck. Nothing. A lot of money. Ooh. Fancy. Cool. Okay, let's go down. Not the flaming pig. Anything but the flaming pig. Oh my. I should be wary about going over there. But maybe they're friendly red dots. It's possible. Okay, that is the site for sore eyes. Oh, come on. I got a bad feeling about this. Let's just go back. Do it. Boom! Got 3. Pretty nice. Say bye-bye now? I don't want to. Haha. Missed. It's a dwarf one. I can tell. guy's got a lot of armor. General. Could do that though. It's all she wrote. Well, might as well try handling this guy, I guess. As I teleport to his front. That makes sense. Not. So close. Very nice. Great success. Alright. Yeah. Yeesh. Goes all your armor. Lucky. Very lucky. Really do much. Eh. That's a lot of AP. All right. Well, let's see. I am attacking these undead dudes. I will try to be a little more vocal though. So apologize for that. Okay, this is my summoner guy, so he can summon totems. And Also, this little incarnate guy. So the guy's kind of cool. He's just kind of chilling over there. The way that the summoner works is that whatever element you summon it into is the one that it will either be immune, well, both immune to, and it will also like shoot that kind of thing or use that ability. Yeah, that's cool. You know, streaming is one of those things that I feel like we could all do. It's just not everybody wants to do it, but it's not like it's a bad thing. So he also has little buffs, so kind of make his little guy like overpowered. I will try. I apologize. I know, it's crazy. I don't even know. Sometimes like it's been a long day, but you know, we're going with it. Alright. So let's see. Okay, this is my rogue guy. And so, you know, I mean, obviously there's cooldown based concepts if you guys have played this game at all. So I'm going to use an ability here called Levitate, so it makes it so I can't be damaged or affected by anything on the ground. So like this ice, like it says right there, it says chance to knock down. So, you know, you get knocked down, you lose the turn essentially. That kind of sucks. It's true. Oh man, I wonder sometimes. I'll look at like somebody doing something on like World of Warcraft or whatever, and all they're doing is like flying around in town or something, and it's like you got like 100 people watching, and I'm like, what? What's going on with that? I don't get it, you know? But whatever. Like, more power to you, man. Like, you got the game. You got the game. Okay, so one important thing with the rogue is if you see the little like action bar where it has like you're holding the weapon like that, that means you're within the range where you can actually backstab, and backstabs do critical damage every single time, so it's pretty awesome. Whereas like if you look at this one, it's just like a normal thing to get in there. It's possible. That is very possible. So anyway, I am going to attack this guy. So he does a lot of damage, but he's also kind of a glass cannon. But, okay, this is my little incarnate dude. He's been fully buffed. I think, what am I gonna do? He has a charge, which might be a good thing to do on that. Or that guy. I think that guy's kind of more of a threat than the bow guy, but let's better him. So he can knock somebody down, which is pretty awesome. And he gets an attack, and he killed it. Awesome. So yeah, that's just little like my little summon from the summoner. So he's pretty cool. And it's a totem from the summoner as well. Don't kill my archer. Oh, killed my totem. But that's one less hit than I would have taken, so that's pretty good. But yeah, for like I've been streaming for today just like less than an hour, and I think I would have like one person come in and then just like drop off right away and come in and drop off. So I guess I didn't notice that I had like 3 people. So, but it's no excuse. I should be talking. That's the whole point of streaming, right? Is to be discussing what you're doing. So yeah, that's my tank. But, you know, tank has some decent damage to it, which is kind of cool. Alright, so you're down now, that's good. So this person can actually walk quite a bit, which is kind of nice. And okay. I'm going to use my Marksman Fang. Cool thing about the Marksman Fang is it goes through armor. So that gray bar above the red bar is their armor. So you have to basically go through that until, you know, with the physical attacks to get to the red bar. And once you get to the red bar down, they're dead. So, you know, it's kind of one of those situations. But there are a couple attacks where you can just get directly to their health. And that particular one has like a piercing thing. So if there was anything behind him, it would have also gotten hit by it. So it's kind of one random thing with that. Let's also do a heal, first aid. A little tiny sliver of armor back. And you are ridiculously far back here, aren't you? You're not really going to be able to do too much. Because it's one of the unfortunate parts of having a shield. So like this guy has a shield. You get a lot of armor, but on the bad side of that is that it reduces your run speed. So like that one reduces my run speed by 1.5, so it's quite a bit. Considering you only have, this guy only has a run speed of 5.26, so kind of sucks for that. But you know, we do what we can, and the totem can actually do stuff, so that seems like a good idea. And then we'll just start walking over like we do. Nope, not in range yet. Okay, 0, so I can go that far. I should be able to jump to him at this point. Yes, cool. So yeah, Rose can kind of teleport around, which is pretty fun. And this is called Flurry. You basically do a multiple attack, but it costs 3 AP, which is action points, instead of just your normal 2, but you do more damage. And considering I have 3, I might as well use all my attack points as opposed to, or action points, instead of just the 2. And it killed him, so awesome. Alright. Okay. The always fun part of looting. Okay. Alright. So cleared that part over or out. Let's see if there's anything interesting over here. Not particularly. Okay. Let's go. Oh, barrel. You never know what's in a barrel. Very true. Does that have anything on it? Oh, they do. Short stick. You never know what's gonna happen with the short stick. You might get the short stick, and that's bad. A random skeleton. Ooh, spooky. Oh, wow. Okay. This random skeleton apparently was a really rich guy or something. Okay. Those are better. More movement, more dodging. Solid choice. Didn't equip them, apparently. But now I did. And let's go ahead and identify this one. Wizard's Mantle. +1 strength. That's not really going to do much. Fire resistance, poison resistance, and movement. So that would help him quite a bit, I would think. Yep. So that's my wizardy guy. So he's wearing the intellect-based gear, kind of stuff like that. So it's kind of nice. Put some stuff in there, over there. Cool. Right. Do you have decent boots? You're just wearing something fancy. Alright. It's fine. Oh no! Flaming pigs! Snort. Squeak! Snort. Wow. Oh. They're having a good time. I'm gonna levitate. Ah. Gotta get out of here. No! No, piggies, don't hurt me! Oh, oh, okay. Oh, that's bad. Ooh. Void walking deep dweller. I don't know if I can take that guy on. I'm gonna be honest. So probably I'm gonna have to come back to this one. It's like I'm dead. That's like right now. Yeah. I walked into the wrong neighborhood. That's the question. That's the answer right there. Good thing I saved though. In the middle of the piggy area. Slowed. No, piggy. Go away. Slow is gonna kill me. Like, literally. Ooh, that was nice. Yep, see? That's why the slow's gonna kill me. Because these pigs are on fire. And we all know that if a pig's on fire, it's gonna run into something that it shouldn't. It's just the law of pigs or something. Okay, that's pretty good. Cookbook. Cookbook. Oh! Ah! That was... traps, maybe? Gotta check everywhere, right? Oh! You know, just... Oh, wow, that actually did a lot of damage. Get on roll. Oh, come on. Does everything do damage render? Well, that actually kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Ooh, noxious bulb. Bulbous Bouffant. should probably not be around here for very long. I just have a feeling. Yep, I thought so. Of course. This place is cursed. Okay. Well, I think you have somebody who can walk. Like I was saying. Oh no 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 no. No, 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 no. Alright, you can levitate. You should go levitate. And you need to not stand over that. Losing precious levitation. Oh, okay. I'm still affected by it though. That's not good. Stunned? No! I'm levitating. Oh, this is bad. I definitely died. That happened. But that's why we have red squirrels. To get out of this. And quick on. Nope, that didn't do it. Yeah, they have like ridiculous amount of health. Try something else, I guess. That doesn't do anything. Great. Well, a bone, sweet. Not something I had before. Very useful. If I could, like, if I just run past them. Try to levitate again. I don't think it's gonna make a difference. But... Woo! Made it. Somehow. How much magic armor do most of our group have? Not a lot. Stand away. I think you should be able to survive because you have the most magic armor. Yeah. Fine. Okay. Buff this person's magic armor. Nope. Ooh, barely. Oh, that's not good. Wait, you can jump. That's right. Somehow, we made it. Whew. Alright. Let's save after that. That was annoying. Okay. What's on the veranda? A burning building. Oh. Vicious fourthing. Not too bad. Looks pretty low health-ish for this level, anyway. On each side. How about you take it that way? Or try. We'll just do a knockdown. Can't go wrong with knockdowns. Alright, buffing up. Cost of health. Really? Just barely out of range. Alright. Nice. Oof. That's a lot of damage. Good. No decay. Oil. Okay, don't want that. Do a bleed attack? Yeah, why not? Alright. Let's just get some totems out. That's a blood totem, as it says. And of course I can't get my incarnate out because that's just the way it is. Alright. I did not kill that one. And do I see it? No, of course not. Should've done the buffs before. Don't want to go in the oil. Nope, no sneaky. Close. Hey, you died. Wait. Yes, you died. Cool. So, this is interesting. It seems as if they just keep coming. I wonder if there's like an end to them or something. I don't recall this part. Okay, so compared to the first, I would say it's different. I played the first quite a bit. I never actually beat it though, so that's one thing. I'm just trying to be honest here, but I would say it's a lot different because they added a lot of new things to it. I've yet to see anything that's just like blatantly super broken yet. I know a lot of people would just like teleport a chest with like a bunch of barrels in it in the first one, and that was kind of like how they would deal with a lot of really hard bosses really easily. I've yet to see anything too crazy like that. I mean, it's possible that's still a thing for all I know. I like it though. It's definitely a pretty good game, especially for it being still in alpha. It is coming out though in September, so pretty cool. I like it, at least. Alright, we're gonna kill this one. Try to anyway. Man, I haven't looked at the price tag in a while. I'm assuming it's not like $59.99 or, you know, like a full price game. I would say it's worth it. At the moment, I believe only the Act 1 is in the game. I like that they have different races in this one. So, like, you can play like a lizard guy, or you can play an elf, you can play a dwarf, you can play a human, and each one has its own unique concepts to it, which is pretty cool. As far as I know, beyond that, though, like, you know, it's the same kind of game where a lot of things will change depending on, you know, like where you're at in the story. Like certain things will, like oil and fire still explode, and, you know, acid and fire still explode, and there's a lot of explosions, but, you know. All in all, though, I like the game. It's fun. It's they added a summoner and a polymorph character, which are pretty cool. They both bring a lot of interesting gameplay into it. And I don't know. I don't see a lot of other turn-based games out there that can compare with this one. So I would say in that regard, this one definitely has this step up. But that's, you know, kind of subjective. I would imagine there's some people who might not feel that way either. So that was my summoner right there. So he... Oh, okay. I hit a button, and it made me drink a potion. No problem. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But yeah, so the summoner can summon totems and a incarnate. An incarnate is kind of like your little dude who can actually be buffed, and I don't know, I guess you would call him like your main pet. Whereas totems are kind of just turrets. That said, the turrets can shoot and, you know, take hits, I guess you could say, too. Although they have very low health, so it tends to be like one hit and then they're gone. Incarnate can take a few hits, especially after you buff it. That character has necromancy, and so he has this thing called Shackles of Pain, and so he can cast Shackles of Pain on somebody, and basically if he takes any damage, it'll get redirected to the person who has the shackles on it. Oh yeah, graphically way better. I would say mechanically better too. It has a very polished feel to it, which again, as an alpha game, you don't really see too often, so it's kind of cool. Let's do that. Nice. Oh. Enough. Fine. Ah, you get slowed. That sucks. Totem. Ooh. Another one coming? Okay. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's pretty gross, right? And like that's the blood totem. Like that's pretty, you know. Ugh. I think you're getting diseased. Yeah, decaying. So that's interesting. What can I do? Oh, I'm like, I can't see. Oh, I can only see one direction? Ugh, don't want to say that ever again. Why is it blocked? Resting, source muted. Am I in a cloud, maybe? I guess I'm in a cloud. Some sort. Alright. Well, we're going in. Oh. Wow. That was 91% still miss. It's like XCOM all over again. Anybody low on armor? No. So one thing that they did add in this game compared to the first one is armor. So it's a lot harder to just completely avoid hits in this game, but you have armor. So for instance, this character, this one's my tank. So she's got like a shield and, you know, heavy armor and stuff like that. So she has 102 physical armor. So that basically means that she can take 102 physical attacks, or not physical 102, but 102 worth of physical damage before she starts taking damage from her, like her vitality damage. And they also have magic. So she's wearing like the heavy armor, so it kind of goes where it's like heavy armor has really high physical and then a little tiny bit of magical, and then the opposite side is the one like the mage stuff, which has very high magic armor and then little tiny sliver of physical. So, but she does have a shield, and the shield thankfully has a lot of both, so it kind of makes up for that, her magic. But in this game, you cannot really CC anybody that has, what do you call it? That has a armor type that you're trying to CC on. So if you're trying to do like an electric stun and they still have physical or magic armor, they don't get stunned at all. So pretty interesting, I suppose. And I'm just gonna save a point. Whoa, what are you doing? Oh, you're just chilling over here. That's cool. I'm gonna do levitate because I'm worried he's gonna jump into this oil. Should I just? I could just walk around him. Yeah, let's do it. All right, flurry is kind of. That's another thing. They have kind of like ultimate attacks kind of thing in this game now. And it really depends on what... and they're not all attacks, by the way. But it depends on what weapons you have. So if I have 2 daggers, I get this thing called flurry, which is you just do a bunch of like physical attacks. It's kind of neat. And then... yeah. Your question, do you need a balanced team or tank bruiser and mage DPS? So right now, I have a rogue type that also does some magic. I have a caster that also has a shield. I have a ranger who has like very base kind of like buff magic. And then I have a my tank who also does magic, but also kind of buffy magic. I would say it's a pretty balanced team. Obviously you could do it with other things too. I know in the first one, like the like core concept in there is how many rangers can you possibly have, because apparently it just scaled ridiculously at the end. And I haven't seen anything like that yet. So this guy has 73 health. We're going to do a flurry and see how much damage that does. So, above that. So, he's definitely like my damage dealer, but at the same time, you have to be in melee to do that, and that sometimes is hard to do. But he also has a lot of mobility, which is kind of nice. I know AP is kind of at a premium in this game because there's no way to get more of it without using abilities and stuff like that. There's a couple ways, but again, you have to like either kill something or you have to use adrenaline, which basically means you're using AP from your next turn to like right now kind of thing. So yeah. I haven't buffed you at all? What? Alright, we're gonna buff you. So I'm buffing my Incarnate, which gives him more armor. So that particular buff gave him physical armor, and it also gave him special abilities that he can use until he dies or he runs out of turns. And he lasts a long time. Like right now he has 9 more turns, which is, you know, a long time. So that's kind of nice. And I'll do another totem in the fire. So yeah, you can see like I have 2 blood. You can have up to 3 totems on that guy, and like that's a fire totem, and it looks very different than the blood totem. That's kind of a neat thing. And I think if you just summon it on the ground, it's a wood totem, and it just does like a physical shot. Whereas this one does like a fireball, or you know, like a fire attack, and these ones do bleeding attacks. This is kind of neat. Yeesh. Wow. Okay. Let's do. Oh, no ricochet. Great. Well, I can try doing this. Great. Alright, I think this guy can kill this one, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna try. No. Oh. Not my blood totem. Bastard. Alright, he can do a range attack now because he has that. Solid. And I don't think you're gonna go. Oh, battering ram. Boom. Oh, well, good job, totem. Wow, that's some range. He's just boom. All right, that's what you think is best. Go for it. My tank is definitely not the strong damagey one. He's kind of more like I can buff people and you know, stuff like that. Finish him off. Maybe. Nope. Apparently not. Oh man, these guys just literally just keep coming out of the woodwork. Oh, wait, can I get there? Nope. Alright. Chloroform. Nope. Got nothing. That's fine. Yeah, so these things don't have any armor at all, so I can just kind of like, but they just keep coming out of the woodwork. They literally just keep showing up. So, where's the nearest one? Right there. Looks like. I think I can finish it off if I sneak. And this this particular attack does more damage if you're sneaking. So you can sneak in combat now. Boom. 69 damage. to level. Right, these guys give like 1,000 each. But it's like... And then squirrel. Okay. Got him. Okay. That was interesting. But we lived. That's what's important. Corpses of violent voidlings lie in heaps around you, a miasma of cursed fluid pooling at your feet. Those filthy beasts were like rats, a swarm most vile, but vanquished, as a matter of course. They came wave after wave after wave, relentless, jolly, good, fun, actually. Okay. We can't get caught up in another battle like that. They only get worse. They're only getting worse. Only getting worse, yeah. And then... time to be cautious. Very good. Alright. Let's see what we get. Leveling. So... Alright. It would be probably a good thing for me to get another memory slot. I kind of feel like I should upgrade everybody's wits by another one. I'm kind of a little leery of doing wits. Wits is basically like the initiative, and I don't know. I almost feel like it's a good and a bad thing that they have it in the game. Like it's definitely useful, but it kind of feels like, so if I put everything into wits and then I go up against somebody who has a ridiculous, like, just way, like, one more point than me, even one more point, they will go before me every single time. So it's almost as if in that situation, if I had no points in wits compared to having all my points in wits, it's like the same thing, essentially, right? So, oh, thanks. Yeah, the armor's definitely cool, and it's faction or race based. So like elves have kind of like leafy stuff. This lizard guy has, well, he's also wearing cloth kind of gear. So he's got kind of his own thing going. And human has like that. But if I had put even this armor on, let's see if I can. No, I'm getting to the point now where like it requires a certain amount of like a stat or something like that. So I can't. I could do like that. So like if I took off these pants, oh no, not safe for work. And I put it on this dude. Same pants, but they look different. So it's kind of cool. So yeah, that's kind of the thing with that. Ahead. Oh, so each race has kind of its own little like unique quirk about it. So, like the lizards can do a breath attack. So like, let me show you that real quick. It can be like breath attack. So this is just because I'm a lizard. So that's kind of neat. And then humans get encourage, so they can like make everybody get like a +1 to their main stat. Yeah, the primary attributes, and I think also a health point, or like maybe. Let's see. Oh yeah, two constitution now. That's cool. So that does upgrade eventually. And elves, elves can eat body parts to gain memories from the people that they just had eaten. So like this guy has a head. There's just a random head that I found. I can eat that, and it gives me a random skill. Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So yeah, I ate that guy, and it says, you were a genius maze builder, clear of mind, sharp of wit. You built an invisible staircase, useful to those who may find it. Which is also probably somewhere in the game that has that. Somewhere. But that's kind of neat. And now I have a new skill that I probably couldn't get before. So it's kind of like a broken... I don't know. I would say it's almost like sort of broken. So like, for instance, my rogue guy, so he's an elf. So I have like huntsman, first aid. And I got that from eating a body part. And normally, in order to get first aid, I would have to have a point in huntsman. And I don't have a point in huntsman. So... it's kind of a way of getting around having things. Obviously, some things you don't really want, but yeah. Like that's a really cool one. Is just get physical armor every round for like 4 rounds. And yeah. So let's see. So yeah, you get 2 attribute points every level, and you also get 1 combat ability every level. So then you have to choose like, okay, do I want increased damage from dual wielding? Do I want something like leadership, which I know leadership was super good. Excuse me, in the first game. Or do I want to like start dabbling in some of these magics, or maybe like get into warfare. Every point in warfare makes it so I do more damage to physical armor. So it's kind of nice, but at the same time it's like, okay, well, I could just do more damage, and then I would do more damage to physical armor and also to their health. But, you know, you win some and you lose some. I like the scoundrel points because it gives me more movement speed, and also my crit multiplier is increased. And the nice thing about rogues is if you're doing backstabs, you do crits every time you backstab. So you're going to be backstabbing pretty often, I would say. And then you get one of these civil abilities every so often. I'm just hit level 6, and I think the first time I got one was level 2. So 4 levels maybe? I don't know. I'm sure it's somewhere out there, it would say. But because they're not as often got, I like to specialize kinda. So like this is where you're gonna have like bartering, which makes it so you trade better. Lucky Charm is you basically get magic find in the game. Persuasion is good for if you really want to like persuade somebody, obviously. It's kind of a stupid way of saying that, but whatever, you get the idea. Lore Master, you can like, you know, identify things better. Telekinesis, I don't even know why that's in this whole group. It's kind of meh. Sneaking, so you could sneak without getting caught better. And then Thievery, which makes it so you can unlock things, which is really useful. And also Pickpocket. But it kind of makes it so you need to have sneaking too, and that's a conundrum in itself. I don't really see the point to having those two things separate, but whatever. So I'm going to do Thievery because you actually need to have, like, certain locks will just have like, oh, you need to have 3, and it doesn't matter like what kind of lockpicks you get. If you don't have 3, then it's, well, that's it. You can't do it. And I'll have like 5k health or something like that, or like 4k, or something ridiculous that you couldn't actually do damage to it, kind of thing. So, like, or you shouldn't. You'd be like breaking all your gear just to get it done. But yeah, I've been kind of just like putting that, like, just everybody kind of gets their own, like, one in particular. And of course, this is a multiplayer game, so if you happen to find a group, you're gonna also want to try to make sure that they understand that, and hopefully it is kind of one of the things that I wonder how that would work, because on one hand you're gonna have like it, you only have so many of those points, but on the other hand, then like if your job is just to unlock things, you're not going to be doing that too often, so you kind of feel like you're left out, because it's like, oh well, I could loot things, but if this person does, they get a chance at getting cool gear, so I should wait for them to do it, or, oh, I don't want to talk to people because I don't have persuasion points, and so on, so on. You... I'm gonna do single-handed, because that seems like a good thing. You are, like, my tank is pretty much my least amount of damage person right now, so it would be pretty good. Yeah, that's true. I haven't found any yet, but I have a couple items, and eventually I'm sure it's just everywhere, but for right now it's kind of how it is. And like I said, you get +2 every single level so far anyway, so that's pretty useful. And like strength gives you increased damage to strength-based skills, and also increases your armor, your physical armor. Finesse gives you finesse-based damage and +1 dodge, which dodge is the only way to really make it so that you, like, oh, I didn't get hit. Just like, oh, well, I dodged that. Con, that gives you more health. Int is same concept, but with magic armor. So intellect-based damage and magic armor. Memory slots is what I was showing you before. So you only have so many memory slots. It's honestly probably the thing you need the most in the game, especially right at the very beginning, because you only have like 3 slots, and you don't really have many other ways of getting the points, so you kind of need them. I don't do it every single level, but pretty often. I have like 3, so I'm gonna do 1 point in wits, because I want to do a little bit more, like maybe go first a little bit more often. And how about another memory slot? Can't hurt. You are like my turret that needs to do as much finesse damage as I can. Yeah, so it is alpha right now, and essentially I know that it's coming out in September. They did put out a little bit more of the story, but at the moment it's only Act 1. They are also going to be adding a new race, I believe, when the game goes to launch, which they're going to be adding undead. So that's kind of a cool thing too. Yeah. Honestly, it's a pretty polished game though for being an alpha. Like, I've definitely played worse games than this one. More damage and more crit chance. That seems like a good thing. So for ranger, like huntsman, like they have like the whole height thing still. So if you're like on a tower or something, you're going to be doing more damage from down below you. But at the same time, range just does more damage and gives you more crit chance. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to not choose ranged when you're on your range or ranger, yeah. I think. Oh no, so this guy. All right, one more wits, and we're gonna do an int. And I like putting summoning stuff because it basically increases the stats of all your summons. So it's really hard to not do that. I could do necromancer though, because necromancy makes it so every point I put into it gives it so 10% of any damage and from anything I do. So physical attacks, magic attacks, anything does heals you. So 10% of you get the 10% back, and that does go to your summons as far as I know. So I'm kind of thinking I might do that. Yeah, although that would have been nice, but oh well. Alright, that is the end of that, I think. No, I didn't do any looting at all, so we're going to do some looting. So I can get some nice little giblets. Oh, well, that's pretty good. Wonder if I'll find any. Oh, hey, not bad. Random pumpkin. Can't go wrong with a random pumpkin. Shadow essence. The shadow. All that. I don't want to go through the oil. Makes everything slow. I don't like to go slow. Slow is bad. So that's pretty cool. And some good essences. They did upgrade the what do you call it? The crafting as well. Made it a lot more easy than especially the non-enhanced edition of the first one. Just the normal game. Like this one's a lot better. Just hit K. Nope, not K. Super. So if you wanted to combine something, I think this guy maybe has that. So I don't know what that does, but let's just say add to wares. Combine with, there we go. So you would just put items here. We're gonna go back to you. And so like I want to see what happens if I put a blue mushroom into a potion bottle. Nothing. But you don't lose anything from it, so you can experiment. Nothing. I know there's a couple things, maybe Yarrow. Hey, look at that. Healing elixir. Just from that. 100%. Oh, heals 80%. So that is ridiculous. 80% help. Just from that. Boom. It's better than 50%, that's for sure. So, yeah. I don't think there's like a crafting skill or anything like that. So, it's just pure like, hey, I want to try this out. I want to try that out. And like I said, it does reward you just testing things because otherwise you just don't get them. Oh, those look interesting. There's 3 of them. Yeah. Wait, I do have the Red Prince is a pet pal. Go talk to the squirrel. It was madness. Big fire, boom, crash, lightning, crash. Whoa, calm down, squirrel. Calm down. None of this crazy talk. One moment sun, the next I feel darkness inside me. Then noise, so much noise. Clank, moan, clink, groan. I hid in a stump. I am not a stupid squirrel. I have much stowed away in for hard times. But I saw them. I saw the shinies? Okay. What does he mean? Shinies. Darkness left and light again. Warm. Saw a glint of sand and dirt. Can't go there now. Salamanders. They like the meat. I don't want to be meat. Be careful around the salamanders. Okay. I hope you find shinies. They make happy. That they do. Shinies make happy, everyone. That's what they do. Oh, a beehive. I don't know if I should touch that. Somebody put gold in the beehive. Really? Why? Why would you do that? That's just rude. Those are definitely salamanders, though. I don't want to get too close. Okay, I should save. Because it would suck to have to do that whole thing over again. And that is one thing if I could do constructive criticism, it would be nice if they had a more robust save feature in the game. Oh, I think we're about to start. Wait, maybe they're friendly. Let's see. Are you friendly? I am your death. I take your all. I am your last breath. I shall take your soul. They sound kind of friendly. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe? Nope. Not friendly. Oh. Well, that's bad. Seems so friendly. Okay. So, Tank goes first because Tank... See, even with another point of wits, guess who goes first? They do. So, I almost feel like it was pointless. Alright, Couraged. So everybody gets +1 to their respective primary stat and 2 con for 3 turns. So that's, pretty nice. And my tank has Blitz, which will... Boom. So kind of a jumps back and forth kind of thing. We'll buff you because you're kind of the weak person. Eesh. Man, talk about bad timing. I don't know much about void salamanders. Examine. I can examine them because of Gore Master, probably. Yes. Okay, so they don't like the fire. Not terribly useful. Poison, not very useful. It's not either. They do have Opportunist, and they have a ridiculous amount of health. Yeah, I would say. Can I see that, dude? Same thing. Oh, he has magic too. That's great. Hello. How are you, Beanbell? That is a very interesting hello, by the way. Alright, I'm going to do Elemental Totem in the blood. A tiny bit amount of blood, but just enough. And how about hello? let's try to get this guy out of here. How about there? Teleport. Haha. I didn't like him. Don't like him. Okay. Does that seem like a straight line? Kinda. Maybe. Alright. We're gonna say this. Buffing. And let's see. Marksman. So this is for anybody who doesn't know, this is an attack that goes like just completely avoids their armor, so I can just hit their vital. So it's really good if you have somebody who has like a lot of armor but a little tiny bit of health. But in this situation, I just want to take a chunk out of them and hope for the best. It also has a piercing element to it, so it would like go like in a straight line. I probably am not going to hit that though. We'll see. Oh, it did! Woo! Solid. So yeah, not a ton, I mean, considering how much health they have, but reasonable. Yes, same characters. I'm now level 6 though, so I have been doing the stream for a little bit today, and after work, it's good. Ooh, peace of mind. Let's do that. Alright. And anybody need healing? Kinda. Boom. Alright, so this is my big hitter. My rogue. This is the guy I made, so he's technically kind of my main, so to speak. I guess you could say. I kind of feel like he should go over there, take out that void salamander, knocks this one, because he's kind of looks like a mage kind of one. So he's a elf, so he's able to kind of like sacrifice his health for more damage, 10% more damage. So it's not like a ton of damage, but it's pretty nice. Adrenaline gives me 2 AP for now, but the next turn I get 1 less. So it kind of is like you're all in for right now. Okay, as long as I don't get attacked, I don't really care. Go like that. So that costs me nothing because he has a talent called the Pawn, which basically will give me 1 AP's worth of movement for free every turn. But you can only get that if you have Scoundrel, if you're a Scoundrel. So, alright, we're gonna go behind this dude. Critical. Nice. Alright, so I have a lot of AP. I still have 6 AP. I'm thinking I should go to Pound Town. So we're gonna go 1 hit. Nice. Then we're gonna do our special sawtooth knife. So if they have no physical armor, it sets bleeding on them, which is always good. And he has no physical armor now. So, boom. A lot of damage. Kind of didn't need the bleeding, but the damage I needed. He's dead. Just like that. Ah. Oh no, you attacked my tank. Oh no. Alright. They are flanking this guy. Yeah, they're both getting flanked right now. So, dodge reduced. That kind of sucks. I think I can do a ricochet. I think that's enough room. Oh. Apparently not. Yeah, Pound Town, right there. That's what I'm talking about. And so I have a crossbow on this one. And honestly, I don't really like crossbows. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're fine. But, like, as a weapon in this game, they use 3 AP, and bows only use 2 AP. So it's kind of one of those, like, I guess kind of good if you have somebody who, like, you don't really, like, you're gonna do spells as well, maybe. But for just like a pure, like, I want to do damage, you're not really gonna do a lot of damage with the crossbow. And they still have a lot of armor. Okay. It's not looking, well, I mean, it's not looking bad, but it's not looking good. So I'm gonna do this. This is not going to knock anybody down, I can't imagine. But hypothetically, it has the ability to knock down anything in this cone, and it also will clear up anything on the ground. So this is kind of a nice little, like, hey, let's reset the map and see what's going on. So yeah, you see, like, my ranger was standing in, like, acid, so no longer standing in acid, which is nice. Dead Seeker. Oh no. We're gonna buff your armor. Look, it looks like they're doing, like, magic damage. It's kind of weird. Alright. So glad. Is that blood on the ground or no? Hasn't my totem done nothing? Whatever. Just get another totem out, I guess. Oh. Apparently that is not blood, everybody. Just so you know, that's not blood. That is just standard ground, apparently. That's blood, but that's not blood. No. The damage from backstab literally is just, it crits if you have backstab. If you backstab. But you had to have a talent to backstab. So it's kind of like, I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. And these guys are like the tanks of the world of tanks. See, did nothing, barely. So now I only have 3 AP because I did adrenaline last turn. So it's like, hey, don't got anything. Congratulations. Nobody. Oh, you are. Maybe. Nah, I'm too far away now. It sucks. You know what? I'm doing it. Oh no, I have, like, no magic armor. I'm gonna take a bunch of damage from this stuff. It sucks. I could levitate, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do anything afterwards. So levitate makes it so you're floating, so you're not gonna, anything on the ground is not gonna do anything to you. So I just walked to that valley of death, and nothing happened. I want to do a tentacle ash. So this is the polymorph ability. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Still not enough. All right. Well, we'll try. I'll just show you how you do it. But essentially, you take an attack, and it's only on strength levels. That's weird. And you disarm them, so they have no weapon, which apparently somehow works still for salamanders. But I'm probably not going to do enough damage. Hey, look at that. Eesh. Don't die on me! Oh, well that's good. Just attack the tank. All you want. All you want. I don't even care. Alright. That one's within range of getting hurt. But if I move, so like that's another thing you can tell. Like, hey, if you move, you're gonna get hurt, and that's bad. You shouldn't want to do that. It's like attack of opportunity kind of thing. So I can't really do that. I can attack him though. Boom. And just for good measure, boom. Ooh, a crit. Nice. So he's getting low. That's good. Tank, right? Okay. So my tank's armor are pretty low because he's been getting hit. So because if you have a shield in your offhand, you get this thing called shields up, which gives you more of your, like basically like regenerates some of your shield. So, ta-da! More shield. Not that it's amazing by any means, but it's something. Just gonna give a little tappy. Little tap-taparoo. And you can try. Alright. I have totems out. I still don't have my incarnate out, but they're almost dead. Like, what the hell? But let's do the incarnate. I like incarnates. My little dude. So he's pretty weak right now, but if I buff him, it's 2 power. So he gains abilities, and then he has more physical armor, so it lives longer. But yeah, the ability thing really OP. Alright, my rogue's got more stuff. More stuff's always good. Let's do a flurry. Ooh, so close. Alright, your time to shine, little buddy. Battering ram. Does it hit both? Does. Boom! Got him. They both fell down, so they both lose their turn. And I'm just gonna see if the totems beat him. Oh, bleeding. That's it. That's all she wrote. And there's flowers for some reason. I don't know. Alright, let's see if these void salamanders have anything cool. Amulet of the Void. Ooh, +2 finesse? Hell yeah. Problem is, a lot of my people, I only have one guy who can wear a neck piece right now, because the rest of them still have their collars, which makes them so they can't use void. Like, they're not sorcerers. But that seems like a pretty nice little changeroo. And any jewelry gives a lot of like magic armor. And I would say magic armor tends to be the harder of the two to get. So that's pretty nice. And the plate, where this guy kept the plate, I don't want to know. But it was there. Oh, it's a water barrel. More dead people. Another salamander. Something, obviously. There are a lot of attacking over here. Oh, you had a bone. Who knew? Some dead guy had a bone. It's good to know. It seems like something's over here. Okay, this is the map of the beginning area, or like Act 1, I guess you could say. This is pretty decent size, I would say. I think you essentially will clear out majority of this, right? Maybe. What strange witchery is this? Well, I'm gonna save before I go in there. Ooh. Well, that was a nice chunk of XP. Still got 36k to go, but you know. Trompdoy? Hey, you! Let me see what you got under there. Go on, show me your. Don't look. No. Awkward. That's probably a better idea to hit F5. See, I usually forget those sort of things. Just kind of, you know. Turn away from this pig. He can't before he can finish his sentence. Finish. Oh, pecker. He wants to see my pecker. Bastard. So my choices are: ignore his childish comments and tell him you know there's treasure buried here. Demand he tell you where it is, or change his tone, or you'll regret it. No, there's no show him your pecker, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Not a choice. Where's the treasure? Why are you still speaking? How awkward. See, the thing is, just stop. No one cares what you have to say. That is the truth. Man, real talk here. Real talk. Nobody cares. I promise. Tell him he has one more chance to change his tone, or he'll regret it. Still open that mouth of yours? Are you? Careful with that. I quite like the look of it. Is there going to be voice acting in this game? I've heard that. So I played Enhanced Edition, and Enhanced Edition had great voice acting. I have no idea. I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm assuming, like, I know this is a foreign, like, you know, foreigner, like, company or whatever. So who knows? What? ADD. Okay. So voice acting, I've heard they would like to, but it's probably not in their budget. But who knows? Maybe someday, at some point, they will add it. But I don't think it will be on release. Is he a dead man? He doesn't have a lot of health. I could probably take him. You embarrass yourself. Leave before you hurt yourself, too. Wow. Yeah. Because, like, they did have a decent amount of voice acting in the original of the first one, but it was kind of like hokey, I would say. Like, the cheese vendor, if you remember, in the very first area, like, it would make me not want to go to the first area, the first town. But you know. All right. Can't go in there. Probably. I know it, like I said, it is made by I want to say a Swedish, or maybe could be Norwegian company. So if somebody wants to look that up, they're welcome to. Larian Games. Oh. Not frozen again, really? Oh, more frozen. I think I can get through this, maybe. Let's see if I can teleport somebody over. Just barely. Ah, Belgium. Okay. Oh. Hey, clever. Ah. Well, I didn't have to teleport them, I suppose. Oh. Is this just gonna be another freezing thing? Oh no! 14 gold, yes! Alright. Oh. Didn't I tell you to leave? Was I clear that you're not welcome here? Awkward. Can't teach you anything. You can't teach a fool anything. Oh, we're gonna fight? Okay. Multiple versions of it. Rain? Bastard. Now my clothes are wet. What am I supposed to do now? Oh. This is probably bad. Oh. Okay, so that combination could have literally froze everything. Like, everybody would have been frozen. Okay. So, the question is, how far into this game is this? So, I'm level 6 right now. I would say I'm probably at least 3/4 into Act 1 now. And, I know, as far as I know right now anyway, I haven't, like, done it since they've put out the last version that they probably will in the alpha. But as far as I know, it is only Act 1 still in the alpha. Like, the rest of it will be in the release. Well, these guys are kind of assholes. Yeah. Yeah, it still has the whole, you know, concept like that. It's kind of interesting that they have two. Not that the fire will stay very long, but at the very least, it's there. Haha! Knocked him down. Very nice. So he doesn't get a turn. Unless somebody, like, picks him up or whatever. But let's see. Can I examine these guys? Okay. Okay, they are very... And, like, do not use poison. Do not use poison. Well, they are undead, right? Zombie. Okay, zombie. So, air is not good. Water, not good. So, any air or water is going to be half damaged. And what about this guy? Probably the same. Okay. So, same, but a little bit different, but kinda. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Hey, look, there's +2 damage. That's nice. No idea. So this is like Summoner's like main attack, and it just like shoots a volatile bolt that deals 19 to 21 damage of a random type. So it could be anything. It could be poison, and it would really suck because it would heal them if it was poison. But we're gonna do it. Immune to poison. It was poison. Great. Yeah, actually, you're right. It would. That is correct. But it would still probably be soaked up by their magic armor. So, yeah. But I did do that. Alright, marksman, hunter marksman thingy. Really? That's not a straight, like, come on, that's a straight line. Really? Sigh. Go for it, man. You can do it. Great. I have to do levitate probably because there's ice. Yeah. Don't want to fall down. Let's walk. And should I attack that guy or should I attack that? I think that guy. Green orbs? You talking about this right here? Poison? Or I'm seeing green orbs. Oh, you mean those? Okay, those are your action points, or AP. I just call them AP. So essentially, everything you do in the game is like you can only do so many things per turn. So like if I wanted to do backlash, which is kind of like I'll jump at somebody and teleport myself right behind them. What's your health? I'm assuming you're talking about that, though. Maybe not. Boom. Alright, this guy's toast. Yeah. So yeah, essentially what happens is you, everything you do costs a certain amount of points to do. Okay, yeah. So yeah, everything you do will cost points. So if I want to move all the way over here, it's going to cost me 2 AP to get there. And I would also take an attack of opportunity. So basically what you want to do is you want to use as few of them as you possibly can. So in order, because I have so much run speed on this guy, I can move over here for no AP. And I can't get behind him because he's an asshole. But anyway, so like this ability costs 3 AP. So I only have 3 AP, so it kind of makes sense to do, like a normal attack would cost 2, so I would have 1 left over. So it makes more sense to do like a 3, I would say. But then again, yeah, whatever. Oh, what? Did I do it? Okay, try it again. Okay. Oh no, what are you gonna do? Water balloon? He threw a water balloon at me! I think this one's interesting So the question is, do I prefer this AP version compared to the first one? I think this one is interesting. Oh, thanks for the subscription on Twitch. Woo! I think this one is interesting because it, like, I know in the first one, I think you could get speed and it would give you more AP, and so it was like a natural, like, obviously you want more AP, so you would do that. And this one, it's very much limited on how, like, I would say the gameplay is very different. So a warrior type, or like, you know, somebody who's all into the like heavy armor and stuff like that, you're not gonna be running around a lot. You're just gonna kind of be sitting there as like an immobile fortress, and you're just gonna be like, okay, I'm here. And so a lot of times what I'll do for them is I'll make them kind of like a buff tank and like the healer, so to speak, because, you know, in a lot of cases you're not really gonna be moving around a lot, but I give them abilities from the warrior tree that will give them mobility. So like this one's a blitz attack. It makes it so you kind of like jump between as many targets as you can, or up to like two targets. And there's also the Phoenix dive. So he's more of like a jump to here and there, and then you're stuck wherever you're at. Whereas the rogue is more of like, I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna teleport up to there, but I can still like run wherever I want to because I have so much run speed, kind of thing. And other classes are different in their own way, I guess. Or it's not really a class system, it's more just like what you want to play them as. And looks faster than the first. AP movement looks way better though. Yeah, it's it makes a lot more sense. So like it's very clear where like the like area to do backstabs is. Whereas in the first one, like, I swear I would like, I'm gonna go in for a backstab, and then I'd take like one step and it was like, oh, I'm out of this, you know, the backstab, and it's just like, that was so annoying. I hated playing a rogue in the first one. This one's a lot more fun as a rogue, I would say. I'm just gonna do some good old attacking. Boom. Man, all this rain. But I do know they are not immune to blood. Oh, that was a bad idea. I would say, so the question is, are rogues OP? They do a lot of damage. So if that is your version of OP, then sure. But in a lot of cases, when they run out of their tricks, they're waiting for the cooldowns. You'll see in my next turn, I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 AP. I'm just gonna have nothing because I spent it all on that last turn, and so a lot of the things I did were just kind of like, oh yeah, you get more now, but you're gonna get less later, kind of thing. So that's probably gonna happen. Maybe. Nope, sneaking failed. I have a special ability on her that makes it so if I'm stealth or sneaking, I do like double damage. So kind of neat. This is gonna suck. Ooh, crit, nice. Yeah. So yeah, I only have 4. That's better than I thought I would, but man, this guy is just ridiculous trying to get behind him. Is it because he has his back to the wall? I don't know. Whatever. I am gonna do a necromancer ability on him called Shackles of Pain. That basically makes it so any damage I take is redirected to him for 3 rounds. Pretty OP. The thing with that is you have to have what do you call it? He has to have no physical armor. So works now though, because he has physical armor or no physical armor. And I'm just gonna buff first heal. Pretty good. You. Well, that's just rude. Oh, my shackle still on him. They have a weird thing now where as soon as you put the shackle on somebody, nobody attacks you. I don't know if that's just like that's supposed to be that way, but it's kind of broken, especially if you have like really low health and you're just like, I'm gonna die next turn. I better shackle somebody. Nobody will hit you. I've gotten 1 ricochet on me and it killed the person that I had to shackle on. So I don't know if that was like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that, but you know, whatever. This guy does not have a lot of damage. Let's try. Ooh, crit. Oh, so close. Of course, and I'm a magic person, so I'm not gonna. Sucks. Electric incarnate. Oh, right. Kill him. Yeah. Well. You battering him. Let's see. Nope. Oh, that's right, because he does, like, magic damage. Well, that was nice. Okay, so yeah, like, this is my, like, I'm a tank. So if I wanted to run all the way down there, it would cost me 6 AP. It's slow as balls. But I can do this dive thing, and I can be like, yo, right there. And kind of low on armor, so I'm gonna do my shield up, which just regenerates some of my armor that I didn't have before. Yes. This. So the question is this early access? Answer is yes. It is still early access, although they have released the date that it will be going out, and it is September. Some day in September. I can't remember the exact date, but they do have, like, it's not kind of like other games that are in early access. They they're pretty good about releasing their games, as opposed to like some games that are in early access that have expansions. I don't know how that works, but apparently that's how it works. I don't know. Like, this isn't a game where it's not a game where it's like, hey, I'm in early access, but you know, don't worry about it. It's just a title, bro. It's just a title. Doesn't matter. So yeah. So another shield guy, but this is like my caster shield guy. And I might as well do a totem. It's actually my first time I've seen an electric totem. So it looks kind of cool. You don't really see a lot of electricity in like the wild, so to speak. know why I keep saying Cetus a week. Yeah, it should be coming out at some point. So, you know, hopefully your wait will not be too long. Hey. Mastery. Yeesh. Ooh, so close. Enter. Do I still? I do not. Bar. Oh! Okay, so the question is, what are the bars on top of the health bars? So this is a new thing that came into this game. They have armor. So in the first game, you could have just a ridiculous amount of dodge or block and stuff like that, right? And you could just be like, oh, I'm not gonna get hit ever, right? A lot of characters, you would just throw a shield on and good luck trying to hit them, right? In this game, there's only one way, or there's a couple ways, but they only have one stat that will just completely negate anything on them, and that's dodge. And you get dodge from finesse and dual wielding skill, like points in dual wielding. I think that's it. So it's really hard. Oh, and leadership, but you know, leadership, weird. But so it's kind of hard to get. So yeah, shields don't really do anything for blocking or negating damage. But what you do have in this game is armor. So you have physical armor and magic armor. So if I walk around on this ground here, oh, thanks for the subscription. So if I walk on the ground in, it scares me sometimes, I swear. Sorry. I was like, ah, no, what happened? But if I walk on this ground, so like as the rogue, right? It says right there, electrified water, apply stun damage, 10 to 11 air. So if I walk around as my rogue, I will take every step. I will take 10 to 11 air damage. But because I have magic armor, I have 42 magic armor right now, I will not take that damage. As a matter of fact, because I still have my shackle on him, if I take damage, I wonder. Let's do some testaroonies here. So, oh, nope. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not. No. All right, whatever. I don't know, but maybe am I still levitating? Oh, I am still okay. So I'm still levitating. So I'm not taking any damage anyway. But yeah. So hypothetically, you so another thing is if you have any physical or magic armor, depending on what you do, you don't get like stunned or stuff like that. So this character right there, she only has 3 magic armor right now, and so if she takes any more steps in here, the next step is gonna make her get stunned. So then she's, you know, out of the turn. So yeah, that's what that is. Alright. And just for good measure, we're just gonna kill this guy right away. Boom. Hey, look at that! A chest! Alright, people, regenerate your armor so I can maybe move you around. Maybe. Oh, good. Went away. Did he just disappear? Well, I mean, they were skeletons, right? Fang. heal everybody. Let's go for the chest. See what's on there. Oh, fire! That's great. Bastard. I killed you. You know, I killed you. What a fool you are. In what world does treasure simply appear from on high? This world, I would think. Hoi. Frater Anatis. Hoi. Ahoy, maybe? What are you doing? Poor idiot. Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I really do. Oh, I already looked through all this stuff. I should probably save. Once again, saves are not exactly super plentiful in this game. You just kind of have to make them. But, yeah. Puffball? Oh, my goodness. Why wouldn't you want a puffball? The silver? Ooh. I do have pet talking on this guy, so I'm gonna see if I can talk to him. Alright. 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 Accuse the rat of being an illusion. Yes. Takes one to know one, mate. Damn. Shots fired. Ask if he knows anything useful about the dungeon. It's a riddle, isn't it? A conundrum. Who's it you'll have to solve? Wow. This guy knows. Muse the clue to the riddle wouldn't go amiss. I thought you looked clueless, alright? Thing is, it's about the letter, isn't it? One for each thing. Easy. Thank the rat on the presumption that this will prove helpful. Yeah, sure. Hope you don't die. Thanks, rat. Thanks, rat. Nice to meet you too, rude thing. Wow. That rat, man. That rat. I can climb down. I don't know what's down there, but I can climb down. Ooh, a crate. I wonder what will happen if I touch it. Nope, no bad things. A maze. That there's nothing in here. There's nothing down here. Just random place to go down. I mean, it is what it is, right? Oh, what's this? Mysterious room. So mysterious. Empty cup. What picture? We got doors. Another door. I'm gonna save again because I don't want to talk to that rat again. Dirty rat. Dirty rat. That doesn't look like a good. Oh, that was. Wow. Impressive door. This looks like it could be a door. Later. Thanks. I'm still working on it. Trying to be talkative more often, but you know. That's not good. Gold cup. Haha! Stolen. Never getting that golden cup back. Treasure. I have a feeling this is not treasure. This is in fact a trap. Just guess. So. Oh, not a trap. Amazing. The trap? You're a trap, damn you. And this is a trap. Traps. Alright. Well, the last option. Locked door. Not useful. Okay. Is there a key? Not that I see. I didn't mean to rhyme, but it happened. Ooh. Level to unlock is 2, so I can do that. Lockpick. I did happen to get a lot of lockpicks, so I'm pretty flush with them. Autosave. Wow. Haha. Nope, don't go back. Oh, great. It's more of him. Just what I always wanted. More of him. Oh, this is not gonna end well. Every time. Okay. Great. Crippling everybody. Let's get some encouragement. Of course, the one person who has like a ton of armor is in the middle of the group. Actually, yeah, they both do. That's a good hit. Let's fortify you. More armor. So yeah, I got crippled because his armor went all the way down. So sucks to suck. And let's get some totems out. Never can have too many totems. Actually can, but you know. But that will attack other people. So always a good thing. I'm tired. Not really. But a yawn. What time is it? Not super late. Whatever. Let's try that. Okay. I guess that is a straight line from that. Enchantment. Ugh, they're just everywhere right now. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, well, we're going all in on this first round again because it seems to be pretty good. Which one should die? That guy is pretty by himself. Nope. Really? That's too far. How is that too far? Oh, great. Attack parts. Motherfucker. Didn't even say anything. Oi. Haha! No armor for you. Is he... Let's see. Is he undead again? It says he is. Alright, we're doing the sawtooth knife. This is my strongest attack. Hopefully it does a decent amount of damage. Immune to bleeding though. Bastard. But a lot of damage, so can't go wrong with that. 1 health. Oh great. He cloned himself? Okay. Oh, there goes the blood totem. Oh, right. He had more wits. You think you're safe. You're not safe. Target's too far, though, so he is safe. Bastard. Yeah, what up? That was the real one, maybe? That was interesting. They all just died. What? Knockdown. Really? You had one job. Not to get knocked down. You got knocked down. Ooh. Band of Brachus. That's nice. Jordan staff. Of course, I don't have a staff user. You pick up the ring. You feel cold, dark pain shoot up your arm. Your mind itches. You don't hear, but you feel a whisper in your ear. It tells you to slip the ring on your finger. Did you? You did! No, you didn't. Did not. I have a feeling you should not. Rain. Make it rain. That's not how it works. At some point I'm gonna sell stuff. At some point. That was supposed... Is that supposed to be better? Kind of is. Wits. Why not? It's a hatchet. Not putting that on. Well, it is what it is. From what I understand from somebody else who was in here earlier, it sounded like it will have some in the release form of it, but it probably will be a lot like the first one, not the enhanced edition. Enhanced edition, I think they kind of retooled it and made it a lot more palatable. So, yes and no, maybe? All I know is right now there's no. But it's alpha, so you know, you gotta look at it from that angle too. I'm gonna save. So I feel if I don't, he's gonna come back. Yeah, Enhanced Edition definitely had a lot of voice acting. This one does not. Whoa. Oh, that's plenty. I agree, that is plenty. Sparkling soul jars. Alright, let's take a look. How much gold? That's 194 gold. That right there is 194 gold. How much is this? 195? Oh, 137. Obviously. Purging wand. What's that? Epidemic of Fire Scroll? Set Necrophire, okay. You, in fact, are only Firecaster. But of course, it's the source point. Worthless. Ooh. Wow. Two-hander, really? Who wants that? Not me. Magic Elven Shield. That is a ridiculous amount of armor. Good gravy. Good gravy. Alright, you can't even wear it, can you? Nope. I need to get con. You need the con, man. You need the con. Yeah. Alright, well you use it. Boom. That's cool. Can we identify it? Yep. Object identified. Reaper. 20 to 21 physical damage, and then also 7 to 8 water damage. 1 strength. Movement penalty, +5 accuracy, and that is ridiculous. But I don't have somebody who's the two-handers. So that sucks. But what can you do, right? Oh, a teleportation scroll. That's great. You really still alive? I'm sorry. Tears rolled down his cheek. How? He's undead. I'm cursed, you know. Bloody brackets bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there. I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die. Ask how he did, to earn such a punishment. I don't rightly know. This is the Source King. Was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to accept I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason. Really, you would? He drops to his knee before you and grabs onto your feet in both hands, head hanging. Thank you. Okay. Illusionist jar. Tarnished soul jar. Sparkling soul jar. let's save. Because, you know, saving's a good thing. Let's see what happens when I touch this illusionist soul jar. You hear roaring laughter, shouts, and then a hush, silence. You think you can hear quiet, choking sobs within. Reach out and rest your hand against the flickering jar. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a beautiful palace court. It fills with cheers, but you can almost taste the fear in the room. You see a jester prance in the court. He casts illusions, playing to his master's cruelty by picking on the weakest in the room. He lives for the laughter and the applause. The scene spins, a new face, a new fool to make his master laugh. Don't worry, he told you. He's told you'll always have your place. The door closes and you see the illusionist in the dark of the dungeon. He's alone, surrounded by gold and a deathly silence. Your hand falls from the jar, your skin prickled and cold after the vision. To die down here would be a terrible. Okay, that's a spelling error. To live down here for eternity, you shudder at the thought. Slip the jar into your backpack. Oh shit. Take the jar and smash it into pieces, freeing the soul inside. Remove the lid from the jar and absorb the soul inside. Smash it. Smash it! Woo. Smash it! Vision fades to black, but the memory remains. Whatever he did in the past, he suffered for it. His sins should be forgiven. Associating with tyrants validates their action. He might have not have killed anyone, but he enabled their murder. Let him suffer on. He might have had good reason to associate with the tyrant. If you don't know his life, he should be given peace. Should be allowed to rest. Whenever his sins, he's been punished more than enough. Alright, how about Tarnished Soul? Jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewel long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can barely make out the name whatever. Gratinia. Anna. Rest your hand on the jar. As soon as your skin touches the jar, crackled surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughter women, children. You hear purging wand in hand, all standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughs echo in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Brachus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret? Or is it sadness for the life that used to be? Let's leave the jar alone for now. Let's see what everybody else thinks. Catania... whatever. I don't know how to say it. Used the pain and death of other for her pleasure. She should be damned until the end of time. While she lived a selfish life, she seems to have repented. She should be forgiven. Whatever a person has done in life, they can always be redeemed. Wow. I kind of agree. Should not be redeemed. That seems pretty bad. Absorb the soul inside. As the power starts to seep into your body, you feel a force pulling away from you, clawing at your fighting back. For a brief moment, you look through someone else's eyes. You see a giant statue's head, and a gentle pull. In the vision, you fall to your knees, screaming silently as you feel your soul drain away. Oh man. The last of the magic seeps out of the jar and rushes inside you. The power thrums through your veins, filling you with source. I've been filled with source. Of source. Cool. Sparkling soul jar. The jar glitters and glows from within. You think you can make out a distant sound of laughter. Lay your hand on the jar. The jerk, your mind is pulled to the scene of a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking all around the roar with laughter, all bar the zombies who are slavishly serving the food and drink. The door opens and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked with heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but you see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch toward the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushes her friends into the woman's path, and is grabbed before she can escape. As she is dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Brachus Rex at his whore, when she's thrown inside and the door sealed. You can still hear her shouts. You pull her hand away from the jar, and your head is swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold tear still twisting in your gut. Leave the jar alone. Let's see what everyone else has to say. Hopefully this is somewhat entertaining. I don't know. I like story, so sins can be forgiven under the right circumstances. I rarely seen such cowardice on display. She didn't like. Keeping the dead as slaves? What a disgusting display. She deserves every punishment she's got. Somehow thought that she would be like someone okay with that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Being locked in a tower was more kindness than any necromancer deserves. Yeah, why not? Alright. I mean, I get more source out of this, so we're gonna go for that. Although I am a necromancer. Awkward. Just for a moment, source swirls. Yeah, we take it. Ta-da! More of it. That's great. Do I only get 1 point? That kind of sucks if I do. Yeah, I only have 1 point. Well, the jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but it's a surprisingly good condition, covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure that you've seen one of them move. Place your hand on the jar. The pictogram spins to life, drags you into a dream. You see a lizard of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out in the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you. All but one. One smiles. One opens his arms. One says that he'll take you home. Brachus Rex. He promises power for a price. He picks off the golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got were shackles. You try and fight, try and reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised you that he'd take you home, you cry. You are home. She smiles and seals the door. This is where you belong. The hand drops away from the soul jar, your skin prickling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing. So let's see what other people have to say. He committed his crimes out of pain, not malice. He ought to be forgiven. This is the price of pride and greed. The villain got what he deserved. No amount of loneliness excuses wickedness. He helped a monster for selfish reasons. Wow. Harsh. Did what shames his people. Sure, why not? Let's see if I can get a source point on somebody else. Nope, because they had the stupid necklaces. Guess I have to let him go then? Whatever. Alright. Madman's Enclave. I don't think we can go through there. Wait. Haha! Victory. Saving. Pointless shoes. Oh, this just takes me out. Cool. Ta-da! That was pretty cool. I'd never done that part before, so that was pretty neat. Alright. Staircase up. Or vines. Iron door. A lot of stuff over there. Let's see what. Oh. Stone gargoyle trains glistening agate eyes upon you. Its jaw creaks open, raining dust, and it begins to speak. You are not Baracus Rex. Show the gargoyle the ring of the first king. That works. Welcome home, Master. Hey, solid. I'm in. I'm in my flame. Oh. Your inmates have long awaited your return, Your Highness. Welcome back. That sounds ominous. Let's just take a look around, maybe. The historian. What is the historian? Ooh, 6. Nope, can't unlock that. Looks like dominating statue of Brachus. Another crawling rat tracking your stinking paws beneath my nose. Vermin are not tolerated in my house. Be gone! Do not mind. Be gone. Okay. Ooh. Crumbling skull. Wait, I was like in the nice part. Why am I not in the nice part anymore? It's a trap. Wasn't I? Totally was in the nice part. Going back. Want to be in the nice part. None of this stuff. Alright, going in. Dun dun dun. You see a skeleton sitting alongside a table, playing solitaire. Creaks and turns to stare at you. Who are you speaking to? We were creatures of power once. We served our Lord Brachus, Rex, in all things. Almost all things. What are you doing here? Whoa. Ask what they did in life. Brachus kept us to craft the tools of his rules. We made traps, weapons, you name it, pretty much much based off ancient texts that he found in some dank tome or another. Ask if they're behind the Shriekers. No, the Shriekers come from ancient time. Something Brachus uncovered on his own. Powerful weapons, but too reliant on source. One purging wand could take them down. You seem to have trapped here a long time. Ask if you can help. Help? Why, just walking in the door was help enough. We've not had a whiff of source in centuries, but you reek of it. Intimidation. Flash a intimidating smile. If they think Brachus was bad, they should see your curses. For 1,000 years I've listened to talk. Nay, flesh is it. It is for time for action. Well, just one dude. Not terribly worried. Wow. That's interesting. Very distinct sound. Alright, flesh sacrifice. Journaling. Going over there. Back to stubble. That's good. Pretty good. Let's do shackles of pain. Very nice, great success. Swear. Right there. On the oil totem? Not the oil totem! No! The oil totem! Didn't last very long. Okay. Filthy antique. Oh. Back? Well, that's not very fun. Well, it says it's dead. I don't think it's actually dead, but it says it's dead. That's what I thought. Not dead. whatever. Nice. Rude. Yeah, you shackle on that. I will totem again. Of course. Nice. Really? The hell? We're getting out of here. Thought. Interesting. Nothing. Of course. Legend of the Blood Rose. Why not? Oh, I already have that one. Already got that one. Stunning arrowhead. Nice. Don't think I'm gonna open that. Should be able to walk through there. Oh, Okay. Might have died. Might have lost a party member. Rest in peace. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna res him. There you go. Good as new, right? What happened to me? Nothing. Don't worry about it. So, you know, you had fun. You had fun. Alright, save. Nope, not that one. So I would have gone back way too far because I haven't saved recently. That sucks. Antique key. Oh, well, whatever. Oh. Let's have our talking rat person. Come on, rat. Talk to our lizard guy. You don't look lost at all. Ask if the rat is being sarcastic. Pretty sure. Sarcastic me? No, not at all. I'd never be sarcastic. Me? Oh no, not in the least. Tell the rat he still sounds sarcastic. I do not. I sound perfectly normal, obviously. Rat gives you a desperate look. Help me. You still sound sarcastic. Ask him if he's able to tell the truth without sarcasm or irony. The rat opens his mouth to speak. Can't say anything, so it nods its head, then shakes its head, then nods it again. Sigh, then ask if the rat is somehow constrained by nature or magic, never to tell the truth. The rat tries to nod its head and fails. It tries to shake its head and fails. Its head ends up doing a strange jerking diagonal movement. It could mean anything. This is what? This is not frustrating. And you are not a clever creature, not having rumbled my query. Get me? Tell the rat you get it. Can't tell the truth. The rat makes a face and says, well, duh. Yeah. Ask what may cure its affliction. The rat gives you a grave and meaningful look, inviting you to listen carefully. Don't think the problem is in my head, and further to that, I don't think the problem could be unscrambled by the use of the source. I can categorically state that, in short, sharp shock of something with a magical persuasion would absolutely not solve my problem immediately. And I do not invite you to look at the subtext in what I just said. Let's see what I can do. It's funny. Alright. Well, I think that might be a good place to stop for now. I'm gonna save, and we will pick this up either tomorrow or the next day. I'm not sure. I might be going to see a movie, but we'll see. But anyway, appreciate you stopping by if you have, and if you're able to, really appreciate you to smash that like button or subscribe or anything of the sort. I really appreciate it. It definitely helps me to see what people want to watch or anything of that nature. So appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.